Hi, everybody. Today we are lucky enough to have with us the director of the Highland Parks Department's wonderful musical coming up, Sleeping Beauty, and we have three of the cast members with us. And so what I'd like to do is, before we get started, Bill's going to do the weather, and then we're going to come back and introduce some of the cast members and talk a little bit about this great show coming up.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited about this show.
Well, you've gotten sneak previews because you
yeah.
work at Lincoln Center, so you get to hear some of this.
Oh boy, do I ever! I've got to say, you guys sound great. I purposely walked down that hallway and just to so let's start out with the weather, shall we? All right, let's give it a look. Today, as I kind of warned you guys who follow my weather reports in the morning, we are going to have a nice day today. A moderate temperature. It's going to get up there to about 83 or so, and then this afternoon or this evening, it's going to kind of go south on us. We're expecting some thunderstorms to roll in. There is a possibility, about 30 to 40% chance, that is going to increase as we go through the day. That is people putting straws in the so that's fine. Our guests, they're allowed to make noise. And then Friday, tomorrow, all day, we're going to be under a very good chance of having some thunderstorms and rain roll through. And we're going to be stuck with that, I'm afraid, Saturday and Sunday as well. Not only that, for those who want to go out in the lake during a thunderstorm, and I know there's some people who probably do that, there is going to be an undertow warning. So there is going to be dangerous waves in Lake Michigan for those who want to, they're brave enough to go out. So let's, let's look at the U.S. map. As you could see, there's some weather rolling in, or as Kelly likes to refer to, guacamole.
That's right.
Yeah, get your chips out. We're going to have some guac and chips.
Like it's always this cool for those of they can't see the
they
screen,
can't
but
see
it's
green.
like green and then another
guacamole.
kind of green, and so it looks like guacamole.
Oh, you can see it kind of here.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
So,
I call it guacamole.
so as you can see, we got a high pressure area. Still, it's getting nudged. Yeah, it's leaving the area, and the low pressure area is going to be following in. So that is going to be where the weather is going to come in. And so let's look at tomorrow. Bam, we're knee deep in guacamole. We are likely to have rain and thunderstorms tomorrow throughout the day. More towards the afternoon, we'll have some spotty rain, and then it'll probably get heavy towards the noon, afternoon hours.
Yeah, looking at that picture, there's the guacamole, and we're right there where the pit is.
Again, that's Friday, and so let's go on into Saturday. Saturday is, the guacamole's still there. Low pressure area is still riding in the Chicago area. So as we move on, and that is, we're looking at Saturday. So let's look here at, let me go on to this. This is the current radar, the Doppler radar for the Great Lakes area. You could see that weather heading into us from the west, currently in eastern Illinois right now.
So quick, run to the Munster Pool now while you have a chance.
And for those politicians that are listening, go regardless. Enjoy the lightning show. So, yes.
You're so bad.
No, it's actually good. It's a public service announcement.
Oh.
So, with that, when I say public service announcement, I do have something to share with people today, and if you will bear with me. There's some vandalism going on in the Highland area, and I just wanted to alert everyone of it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I know which one this is.
Yeah, and you know what? There we go.
Picture.
Yeah. For you Jeep owners that's out there, look at your back window. Seems to be someone putting Hello Kitty stickers on Jeeps.
And I have no idea who that could possibly be, and it's only one Jeep that I know of.
You know, I bought this Jeep in 2011. I went to a gym called Applied Strength and Conditioning, big manly sticker on the left side of the Jeep. You know, I drove around and I just felt like Toolman Taylor. I grunted too as I was driving around with my big tires. And then all of a sudden this appears. There's a slight estrogen level now introduced into the Jeep. So I'm having to deal with that. I think I'm going to go to counseling, and because the Hello Kitty doesn't seem to be coming off. And not only that, there's an advocate for the Hello Kitty sticker that...
Just because the Jeep is right next to my car, which is the Hello Kitty mobile, I don't know, maybe it just
Folks,
kind of...
For those of you who haven't seen Tiffany, commonly referred to as the Hello Kitty mobile of Highland, Indiana. No, the region, really. Because I haven't seen anything like it. And yeah, it's full of Hello Kitties. In fact, I'm surprised that you haven't demanded equal opportunity for Hello Kitty. And when we have Batman on, have Hello Kitty.
Oh, don't worry, Hello Kitty will show up every once in a while.
Yeah, these kids are, boy, these adults are kind of
Yeah, we know.
All right. Well, with that, Kelly, I'll let you handle since you are the theater expert, and I'm just going to sit back and enjoy and watch the technology.
All right. Well, we're going to start with the wonderful April, who is the director of this fabulous show. So why don't you tell us a little bit about you and your experience, your background, and how this all came to be.
Well, I've actually been working in the theater industry for about 10 years professionally, doing directing and working with music and in both the schools, and then I recently opened my own business 2 years ago, and that's given me the opportunity to really get out into the community as well and start directing community theater productions. So I was told that they were looking for a new theater director for this particular summer season. And when I reached out and applied, I found out I got the position, and Elise and I sat down to figure out how we could incorporate as much of the community as possible, and also a vast age group. So we could have, we decided 10 plus, 10-year-olds through, really, there was no age limit after that. And Sleeping Beauty came to be because it was something that, depending on who we had audition, it was something that we could really tailor to a wide variety of ages and people that came out. So we ended up. This is a musical, okay. Yes. And the music is pretty vast. We have some rock and roll. We do have some like classical Baroque style that comes out. A little bit of opera. Conventional musical theater.
No hip hop.
We do have hip hop.
Okay, I was gonna say a little Hamilton-y hip hop stuff.
It's not rap. It's a little bit more pop hip hop.
Okay.
So not necessarily, yeah.
I just want to interject 1 minute. Our control room and our director is telling me to tell you to move over just slightly, April, because the sunlight. There you go. All right. Yep. All right. They said it's good now.
Gotcha.
All right.
Yeah, our
So-
cameraman is just making adjustments.
So tell me, when did the whole process start as far as auditioning, getting started with rehearsals and things like that? And then let's also talk about when you guys opened.
Well, we auditioned in May. And then basically it was 2 weeks after the beginning of June is when we started working on the show itself. And we've had from June until we open actually next week, Thursday. So a week from today.
And the 26th, I believe? Is that
Yes.
26th? All right.
The 26th, 27th, 28th, and then 2, 3, 4
Okay.
of August.
And where are the performances held?
They are in Main Square Park at the Gazebo in Highland.
And is there a cost for coming out and seeing this production?
No, it's completely free.
It's completely free.
Completely free.
So anybody can come and see this amazing production and
Wow.
just sit out there, and it doesn't cost a thing. You can bring your family and just enjoy an evening in theater.
Yes, and a lawn chair and a
Amazing.
blanket. I mean, bring a whole couch. It'll be awesome. Get
All
comfortable.
right. Yeah, we'll definitely do that. Love
Yeah,
that.
one of those days
Well,
we
Theater
will.
League, I've done at least 3 performances with Highland Parks Department and stuff. So
We may have to
obviously-
bring the new GoPro camera.
Oh, maybe we'll do that. We'll bring the GoPro and film some of it. Is there filming allowed?
the right holders unfortunately told us we are not allowed to film.
Okay,
So-
but you could take a couple of snaps.
Yeah,
All right,
Okay.
we'll do that.
absolutely.
All right, perfect. So, let's start with some of our cast members here. Let's start with Maya.
Okay. What would you like to know?
Maya, tell us a little bit about you. Where do you come from? How old are you? Where do you live?
Okay.
And all that good stuff.
I am 17. I'm from Munster. I'm highly involved with Munster's theater company as well. So a couple of my friends had done the Highland shows in the past years, and they were like, "We should come out and audition." You meet so many different people, like Miss April was saying, so many different ages. So I was like, "Sure, I'll give it a shot," and I auditioned, and here we are. So yeah, it's been really fun, and I've made a lot of great friends, even some people who are actually from my school that I just haven't talked to as often. So yeah.
All right. And you said you're active with the Munster Theater Group
Yes.
at your school, I'm
Yes.
assuming. What other productions have you done with them or worked with them?
So my freshman year, I started theater with them, obviously, and I started with our musical at the end of the year, which was Cinderella. It was really fun. I took my sophomore year off, but junior year I came back, and for our first show we did a comedic version of Robin Hood, and I played Maid Marian, so that was exciting. Then we did You Can't Take It With You.
I just did that. last
Absolutely
year.
love that show.
What part were you?
I was Essie,
Okay.
so that was super exciting. She's
All right. I was Penny Sycamore when we did
yes.
Memorial Opera House.
Mom,
Yeah,
Mom.
Exactly.
And then for our spring musical, we did Tarzan, and I played Jane,
All right.
which was probably the peak of the year in my opinion, and probably my favorite role so far.
And is theater something that you plan on continuing doing? Is it
I've been considering it,
okay?
a little back and forth right now, but I just want to get more experience these next 2 years and see where it takes me from there, but I'm definitely considering it.
Great. Now is Larry Brechner still involved? In
He's
this?
not.
He's not.
He
okay.
retired from Munster.
Okay,
Yes.
I thought he had. I was
Yes.
just gonna double check. That's another person I know. We went to school with back in the day. So everything. So that's great. And what is your character in this show?
I am playing Queen Olivia, so I am Sleeping Beauty's mother.
Okay.
She's very, very protective of her daughter and all the things that happen, and she's got a little spunk to her. She's a very strong female character, so that's fun for me to play.
Awesome. Wonderful. All right. Emma, let's hear a little bit about you.
I'm 15. I'm from Whiting, and I go to Munster High School with Maya. So I knew her previously, and it was fun to do the show with her. I've been involved in theater since I was like 8,
Okay.
and my mom has always done theater, and my entire family actually is very theatrical.
Yes, I think I know somebody in your family, don't I?
You do. And we're just all really involved, and that's actually how we got involved with the Highland shows, because my mom, when she was little, used to do them, and when her daughters grew up, she was like, "Ah, yes, we gotta do it too." So we were involved with last year's show and this year's show, and I actually know the director because she was my 5th grade musical teacher.
Oh, great.
So it was nice seeing a face that I knew, including all of my friends from Munster. Yeah, I'm very involved with the Munster theater, but I've only had 1 year. So I've done Tarzan, and I was an ape, and I did the Trials of Robin Hood, where I was a nun, a karate nun, actually.
It's an interesting show. It was an
Karate
interesting
nun?
show.
Yeah.
Oh, that brings back some memories from my elementary school days.
You went to public school, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was threatened by a couple of nuns.
Were they karate nuns?
Oh dear.
I'm pretty sure, like,
Probably.
kung fu fighting nuns.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's scary.
Yeah. So we move on. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare all of you with that.
So what character are you in this show?
I am Briar Rose, so I play Sleeping Beauty.
Okay.
She's more, I love playing her as a character because she is a young girl who doesn't know what's out in the world, and her parents are very protective, so she's not allowed outside in the world. And she's curious, and she's smart, and she just wants to know more. And then she meets a guy who has done everything and knows everything and has been everywhere, and she just kind of falls in love with him because he's her magical dream world idea. Yeah.
Okay. Now, is theater something that you want to continue doing in the future, or?
I've always thought about it, and I hope but right now I'm veering towards the medical field,
Okay.
where I want to be like a pediatrician.
Perfect. You can entertain all the little kids.
Exactly.
Theater story. You can still do community in the evening, so it works out. Awesome. That's great. Danny.
All right, so I'm the odd one out here. I am from Griffith. It's small town, kind of that way. But so I'm 14. I've been surprisingly been doing theater since 7th grade because oddly enough, the year I went in 7th grade, found out they don't do drama for middle school. Then like halfway through that school year, they're like, "Hey, we're doing drama for middle school." So of course I went and auditioned. And my older brother had always been in theater, so like everybody kind of already knew me, and I was accepted pretty quick. So I got a role in that, and then so that was 7th grade. Did a show called The Anti-Play. It was 2 one-act shows. I was in the first one, and it was just I got a lead, which was pretty interesting because I just they just introduced this 7th grade thing, and I never thought that would happen. 8th grade we did, because the high school had done Cinderella and then there was Nun.
Okay.
They had done
Wow,
those
that's
2
a
shows
very
for their
good
high school shows.
advocacy.
So then for my 8th grade year, for this middle school drama night, they did parodies of both the shows. So they did True Story of Cinderella and then there was one.
Okay.
And I was in, and then there was one, and I had a lead role again, and it was just it's just been really cool how I've been accepted into everything, basically. And then also in my 8th grade year, they did The Music Man as like the high school musical. And interestingly enough, they had a bunch of middle schoolers come in to be like children and stuff in the show. And of course, I got accepted into that too, which that was even crazier because that had like never been done at our school. So I got to be in the high school show, and it's just been amazing. And then came here with a group of friends to audition for this, and this is something I never thought would have happened, pretty much.
Is it fun working with a bunch of people from different cities and areas
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah,
like
it's
that?
it's
And
very
getting to know-
cool getting to meet new people. Which then I also have some other friends from Griffith in this show as well. So of course I, can hang out with them. But it's very nice meeting new people, pretty
Right.
much.
So
Yeah,
is this
that's something I witnessed, at Lincoln Center. You probably saw me walking
Yeah.
around quite a bit. But yeah, the camaraderie there was just awesome. Seeing these kids bond together, and man, I can't wait till we hear us sing. Oh,
Yeah.
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 So we've got a lot of accolades out there on Facebook already for you guys. Great job, everyone. Yeah.
Nice.
And
Lots
they're,
of
for
smiley
once,
faces
they're not
and-
saying we love Kelly.
Yeah, I know. I'm a little hurt by this.
Yeah, just to give you guys an idea, we're interviewing a candidate for U.S. Senator, and so I put the question out there, does anyone have any questions for the candidate? And all of a sudden we get this, tell Kelly we love her.
Aww.
You know,
No questions for the candidate.
when you're a Northwest Indiana stage legend like I am, that's what happened.
Yeah, okay, all right, on with the show.
Yeah, with the show. So tell us a little bit, is this very similar, story-wise, to what people are used to with like the Disney version of Sleeping Beauty? or-
Actually, no.
No,
No,
yeah.
it's,
Not at all.
it's pretty far off. There's a princess and a prince, and
And-
she does prick her finger on a thorn, but I think
That's about it.
that's about it.
Yeah.
This
So
is
there
a
aren't
very...
the 3 fairies. And
Oh, well,
There
There
are
are.
three
Okay.
fairies.
And then there's the evil figure, but her name's not
Yeah,
Maleficent.
the names are different
Okay.
Yeah.
and whatnot. But I think this is a little more of a comedic twist on it,
Okay.
which is interesting
Yeah.
to compare to the Disney version, but it keeps it entertaining
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
upbeat.
I would say this is almost more tuned to like the Grimm's fairy tale version, like
Yeah.
almost like the original version of Sleeping Beauty rather
Yeah.
than the Disney version. So
Yeah.
And that's where all the names came from.
Yeah.
So all the
Right.
characters are the characters that you see in Grimm's, but it's not morbid. Like, when you watch a lot of the Grimm's, it's scary and it's
Yes.
creepy. And but this is not creepy at all. You're
Yeah.
right. It's more of a comedy and contemporary.
So
Yes.
it's something that little kids all the way through grown-ups are going to enjoy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Watching. Okay, great. Well, I understand that two of you may have a song to sing
Yeah.
from your character. Unfortunately, Maya's vocal cords are not doing well today.
A little under the
For the
weather.
show.
That's right. We have to save it for the show. The show must go on. And that's always first and foremost. But who would like to sing first and tell us a little bit about the song?
Ladies first.
Okay.
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about what this song is and what it's about.
Okay, so the song I'm singing is Changing Growing, and it's the song I actually enter on, and you see me introduced as a character, and it, like, I think I was taught it by the fairies because they're kind of like my role models, and yeah. It's like a nice little lullaby that, like, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it.
Okay.
It like transitions.
Yeah,
into-
Yeah.
it's a transitional
Okay.
song.
All right. So let's hear a little bit of that.
Okay. Changing on the outside means so very little unless you grow from within. Growing isn't something that happens to you. It's something you do when you choose to begin to share the beauty in your heart. Dare to believe the wonders of your mind. Prepare to receive every part you live. For the love you give is the love you find.
That's gorgeous.
Way to go.
That's
Thank
you.
wonderful.
She was so nervous. She was so good.
Well, it's a little different when it's a
that was
cappella,
awesome.
first
Yeah.
of all, and secondly, when you're just sitting in a restaurant or a coffee house and you're just singing.
No,
Yeah.
that was absolutely beautiful. That
Yeah,
was
Thank
that's
you.
wonderful. Now, do you take voice lessons, or
I
is
don't.
singing just something you're good at?
It's just something that I've always learned to do. My mom has always done it, so she's been a role model for me. And then my entire family sings, so it's just something I've always done.
All right. That was wonderful.
Thank you.
I'm excited now. I hear it with like
Yeah.
music in the background and costumes.
Oh,
and
now
songs
you
and
know what
the
I've been talking
whole-
about.
Well, I know. I mean, I always know. I love that, the whole
Phenomenal.
process of everything. Danny, tell us
All
about
right.
your song. and
So,
your-
so I don't think I mentioned it, but I'm King Stefan. I'm the father. So, obviously, I'm married to Maya in this, and like, basically, this song. This is "Thorn in My Side." This happens after, like, you know, like 100 years into the future, after everybody's been turned to thorns, and basically, so it's always been a thing in the show that we obviously love each other as married. You know, we're married,
bicker.
but we bicker a lot. We're very
Yeah.
we butt heads a lot. So this song, the way I can really describe it is, it's literally just an argument, but in song form.
Okay.
So it's literally just us telling each other how annoying we are. So
It's probably my favorite song.
yeah. So
It's really cute.
I guess I'll just go ahead and.
Absolutely. Go ahead and sing for us.
Burrs in my britches, jiggers in my skin. Even the widespread rashes can't begin to match the endless irritation of your corrosive conversation. It's a sticky situation, I can't run and hide. You're a thorn in my side. And that's
And
my...
then I counter back with my
Yeah.
verse.
Okay.
So hopefully you'll hear it way
That was
better
Right.
on the next
When
show.
when your voice is better,
Yeah.
that's great.
We need to get the lyrics to that practice at home.
Yeah. That's something we could probably sing together.
Yes,
And-
yeah.
and-
Could be our new intro. To the show.
Yeah. You're a thorn in my side. Thank you, Henry. I appreciate that. So, it opens next Thursday.
Next week, Thursday.
And so
A week from today,
This
actually.
Yeah.
is
That's what I
Tech
just
Week
realized.
coming up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, tonight's our last, like, just regular rehearsal, and then Monday, Tuesday, our tech week, and then Wednesday, Sound and Lights come in.
Okay, so will you
And-
be rehearsing over at the park, getting things set up, or is it still over at Lincoln Center until
we were at the park Tuesday, and then yesterday, because they had the concert in the park, we were back
Right.
at Lincoln Center. Tonight, it'll depend on the weather. Hopefully, it
Right.
holds out.
Tonight should be okay.
You were
Guacamole.
listening to the
Yeah,
weather.
watch out
I
for
know.
guacamole.
I was watching it all
Yeah,
day
it's
today.
fine.
Just bring
Yeah,
chips,
but-
you'll be fine. So,
And then we're hoping to be on stage all next week. But depending on the weather, that would be the only thing that would make us move back to the Lincoln Center just in case.
Okay.
well, not that I would hope it rains, but I'm kind of hoping it rains so I get
Just so
some
you can hear
entertainment.
it. Okay, yeah,
Oh, I
figured
mean,
that.
boy, this is just a small sample what I've been hearing. It's been entertaining.
Okay, so there's a lot more involved than just going to rehearsals and everything. There's all these people in the background, so we're going to have music. Is it taped music, or will you have band, actual musicians there performing music for this?
We actually have a CD accompaniment.
Okay.
So it is a full orchestra. And the cool part about that is they've actually been able to practice now with their accompaniment the entire time. So they've had
that's great.
a cast recording to kind of get a general idea of what the song is supposed to sound like.
Right.
And we haven't loved our cast recordings.
No,
We have, that's why some of them are
It's
rolling their
something.
eyes.
Yeah.
And then so they've been practicing with the full accompaniment. So they're not having to wait until the orchestra comes and try to piece it together, which has been awesome for them. And yeah, the different styles. We do have some that has an electric guitar, and then others that just sounds like a traditional classical orchestra. So they've also had the opportunity to listen to different styles and then be able to perform with different styles, which is really cool.
That's very cool. So I'm assuming that the outfits you're wearing right now are not the outfits that you
No.
would be wearing. So I'm guessing that there is costuming involved.
Yes.
And so how does that work? Do you guys have to get your own costumes? Do you have somebody that helps you with that, or how is that?
We've done a lot of thrift shopping.
Yeah.
Emma's mom is like the queen of thrift store shopping.
Oh,
That's
yes.
what happens when you're a theater person. You learn where to
So
go.
we've done a lot of that, and the costumes in the show, I would say, are pretty modern.
Yeah.
We try to fit the contemporary style of the show.
Okay.
So there's some elements in there, like the king and queen have
Yeah.
their capes, which is a little more olden style, but yeah, very contemporary, and thrift stores were the way to go.
Oh,
We
yes.
hardly had to order anything.
No.
really.
Yeah.
Mrs. Vargo would give us a description, and then my mom would just run in the thrift store
Yeah.
on her lunch hours and will literally flip through everything. And then I think she bought Maya's costume. She bought,
$5.
yeah,
It's like,
Yeah.
she bought
and-
all of my costumes. She bought my sister's costume. She bought her costume. And then she just sews some of it together, and there you are.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
and I've noticed this has been like a thing with like almost all the shows I've been in is like most of my costume is my own clothing. Like I have a lot of this. Like I did the entirety of the Music Man, which takes place in like 1912.
Right, sure.
All of it was my own clothing. Like I literally all I borrowed was a hat, and that
What
was
part
it.
did you play in that?
I was just like a chorus
Okay,
member,
okay.
but I had some like solo parts.
Can you
and-
bust out like 76 trombones right now?
Actually, that was my audition piece for this.
Actually, the
So-
funny thing is, the very first show I ever did was the Music Man
Oh, okay.
at Main Square Park at the old gazebo. Back in the
fun.
day, yes, I was actually pregnant with my son, my youngest son at the time. I didn't even know I was pregnant with my youngest son at the time, but I played Alma Hicks, one of the Pickle Little Ladies, and Mike Griffin, who's the town treasurer here in Highland, was in it, and so was Mark Herrick, who's on the town board. So it's a tradition for the people.
Do you
Yeah.
think all the songs are well known now? There's 76 trombones, Gary and
Well,
Deanne.
very.
Yeah.
Well, it's written
Yeah.
by somebody who is familiar with this area.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was one of my favorite musicals.
How large of a cast is this for the show?
We have about 28.
28?
Yeah, 28 people, considering we have about 10 mains and 18 chorus members.
Oh, great.
We had 75 people audition for the show.
That's
When we
wonderful.
counted, it was a huge turnout. We were so pumped because, like, when Elise and I were planning this and talking about what to expect, we didn't know. We thought we could have like 10 people show up. We could have, 100, and we were hoping for a
Someone
nice
between
turnout.
at least,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. We're like, please let us have enough to be able to put the show on.
More
But
than enough. That's wonderful.
yeah, it was a fabulous turnout. So
Now, how do you guys decorate the gazebo for something like this? How does scenery and things come to be?
this is actually going to be a very minimalistic set because a lot of, like they had told you, a lot of their costumes are thrift, And then a lot of but they're pops of color. And then a lot of our chorus members, we actually asked them to buy, it's a sequined shirt, so it all glitters and sparkles. And they're going to actually all be adorned in flowers. So they're our sprucing and our color and everything else. And then our backdrop is actually going to be a flat that's going to run across the back of the stage with a castle wall decor on the back. So, and then all the sides are going to be open because that's their stage entrances and exits. So they're actually both doubling as the characters and kind of our decoration for the stage. So they're what brings our color and the talent together.
I saw it's like that. Were the cast members, when they weren't on stage, they were actually blended into the backdrop, right? Or
Oh no, they'll actually be like off stage when they're
Off
not.
stage,
But
okay.
they're the ones that add like the glitz and,
Well,
and
you
the
know what?
glamour
I'm just going to leave this to
and
Kelly.
So, okay, then there'll have to be lightings and sound. How does the Parks Department provide these things for you guys to do, or how does that work?
They contracted that work out. So Tom Lounges is actually going to be doing. He has a team of people that he's
Another
assembled.
Highland tune.
Yes. And he'll be doing all of the light and sound. So he and his team are going to be coming in, and you guys will meet him on Wednesday. Yes. And then that's when they'll coordinate all of that, and then they'll be here for the show. So they actually set everything up and tear it down for every show.
Oh, wow.
I know, it's a big process.
What about choreography and things? Are there dance moves and things like that?
Yes,
that you
Yeah.
do?
a lot of choreography.
And
A lot of
you
box
make
steps.
it up yourself, or how does that work?
No, we have a choreographer. She's absolutely wonderful. And
Oh yes.
Is her name Katie?
Yes.
And
Yes.
Selena?
Yes.
Another friend of mine from theater who I adore.
The dance ensemble is ridiculously talented. Like, they are amazing. I love watching every number with them, and there's
Yeah.
a few that we actually get to be in as well. And it's been really fun because out of the dancing, singing, and acting, at least for me, dancing I've done the least of.
Yeah,
So
me too.
to learn some new things from Miss Katie was really exciting because she's phenomenal at what she does.
Excellent. So we're very excited. How many family and friends will be out there in the audience, do you think? Lots of them?
So many.
All of
Yeah,
them.
as
So
many
many.
as we can drag out. I mean,
Okay.
Well, how many cast members are there?
28.
At least one.
You figure
parent
at
with,
least
and-
one.
And then, people looking at this, if they don't come to watch this, they're like missing it.
Yeah.
And Bree on the park and all this talent that they just heard.
Exactly.
Oh,
I know.
yeah.
Last I checked on Facebook, it was like 1.4K people interested. So that would be
Yeah.
a huge crowd.
Yeah. That would be
will
great.
You will get big crowds because it's always a big thing to come out
Yeah.
for this program. I know every summer it's something people look forward to in the area to come out and see. So I'm really excited for you guys. Let me think if there's anything else I wanted to ask you. When I sent you questions, what else did I send you? What else did I want you to tell me about? Yeah. I can't remember.
I don't know. Do you remember anything?
I guess just how long is the performance?
There you go.
It'll probably be roughly 2 hours, and there will be an intermission.
Okay.
In between, I believe they're saying 15 minutes,
Okay.
10 to 15 minutes.
Oh, now that reminds me of a question, real quickly.
Yes.
Okay. So people come out there, they get to see all of this great stuff for free.
Sure.
How does the Parks Department pay for these things and stuff? I mean, is there fundraisers that you guys do, or are there things to buy while you're there at the performance that helps keep this program going so that every summer we get to enjoy something like
I
this?
think they're planning on not paying me.
Well, I know.
They are going to be selling concessions and then different, like the different lighting.
With the
things.
glow sticks.
Glow sticks,
yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
That people can purchase as well as the programs. If you would like a program, they are $2.
Okay.
So that helps a lot in just aiding with the offsetting the price.
Right.
And then basically, I know the cast members, if they wanted to leave like a little, if parents or family members wanted to leave a message, they did pay for that. So that also helps to offset. Businesses can actually advertise in the programs.
Okay.
So they do offer that opportunity, and then you do pay for your advertising space. So if there are businesses listening and they want to advertise, they can advertise
So
in the
it's not
program.
too late to do something like that yet? for this
No,
one?
because I believe that we need everything. I'll have to ask her, but potentially by Monday, I think is when she wants everything. 'Cause then
Okay.
but I could have made that up, so
Well,
I'll
if
ask
April,
Elise.
April can find out for us, and then what we will do is any information about that we will put up on our website so that if anybody is interested in sponsoring an ad or putting their name in the program to help offset this amazing program and project, that would be great.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm thinking the
Yeah, our
Billy Cali
advertising
show or
budget.
somebody needs to advertise in there
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
So
That'd be great.
that's great.
Yeah,
So
we're
how
very
long have we
supportive.
been chatting?
We've been at it for, let's see, 35 minutes.
Okay. Do you guys have anything more that you would like to talk about or tell us about anything upcoming that you know you're going to be auditioning for, or shows that are coming up that you'd like, or what would your dream roles be? That's what I
We
want
can
to
talk
know.
about that.
Let's talk about that. What would your dream role be?
Oh man.
Well, I know mine. Belle in Beauty and the Beast. That is
Okay.
my ultimate dream role.
All right, good.
I don't have a dream role. I just want to I know.
Gotta have a dream role.
I know it's a problem, but I just love being involved in theater, and I would love to be a lead in any show, but even being in a chorus, I still love because I meet new people, I sing different types of songs, and I used to do dance for 9 years, so I love being able to dance again in a setting where I can perform. So just being in shows is what I love. I don't have a dream role.
All right.
Danny?
Yeah, I'm kind of like in the middle here because I totally agree with what Emma was saying about how just it's the experience and not so much as I said, I was a chorus member in the Music Man, but I still I was on the train in the beginning and I had big parts, so it's still balanced out, and that's one of the shows I've had the most fun in. So yeah, I don't know, that's something that really I'd have to think about.
Do you guys have a favorite musical of all time?
There's too many.
Or
I know.
what's the one right now that's totally you listen to more than anything else?
Waitress.
Waitress?
Or Dear Evan Hansen.
Okay.
Oh
We went
yeah,
to-
oh Dear
Hansen.
Hanson's
Yeah,
really
I
good.
love both of them. But you asked about upcoming auditions.
Yes.
And actually, Miss April is directing A Christmas Story in a couple months, and I'm auditioning. So I'm
Is
very
that something
excited.
that the Parks Department is doing, or?
No, that's actually through Marion Theater Guild.
Oh.
It,
I've done shows there as well. I love Marion. That's such a great space for doing something.
it is. It's a really cool theater, and it's actually going to be A Christmas Story the musical.
Okay.
And so that's also going to be ages 10 and up, and auditions are August 20th and 21st.
All right.
So they are actually coming up right after we close this show. I get 2 to 3
And
weeks off,
actually,
and then
if
I
you
start
let
right
me
then.
know all of that information, we can also put that up, because I always direct people to the NEDIF website, because there are a lot of theaters in the area. I mean, I would think we have 19 in NEDIF, which is Northwest Indiana Excellence in Theater Foundation, which of course the Highland Parks Department is a part of.
Yes.
But Marion Theater is not a part of that group, so for people who would like to know more about that, that would be something great that we can put up here too. And if you're interested, people out there, if you want to get involved with building sets, if
They're
you want to
always
get
looking for
involved
that.
with helping run the board for the sound, if you want to get involved with helping with the costuming and everything else, or if you want to be one of those people who says, you know what, I've always wanted to be on stage and try something new and exciting, these are the places to go and get involved. And even if you don't get a part right away, get involved behind the scenes, because it's a way to get to know all the directors, all the producers, all the theaters, all the people who are involved, because it's such a great community and such a great camaraderie that the theater people have. And I don't think people understand just how close and how happy you are when you're a part of a production, and how wonderful it is.
Well, and people come from so many different backgrounds too. I think a lot of people are even intimidated sometimes to audition because they're like, oh, well, I'm not a professional. But you have people from all over that this is their hobby, or some are professionals and they're like, hey, this is what I do for fun. But it is, like you said, you meet so many cool people when you do it, and it just
and you learn so many things. Like just knowing Kelly, I picked up a lot of new terminology. Like I now know strike isn't a labor dispute. First someone said we're going to strike right after and I envisioned a big inflatable rat outside. No,
Wouldn't that be the worst? Like, the show just ends and you get a big one.
So yeah, but man, I can't tell you how talented you guys are. Just listening to you and you guys are saying here is just awesome. We have quite a few views. You got quite a few.
Ooh.
Yeah, more than
Yeah, is there
Kelly.
anybody out there? Is there anybody out there that you want to say hello to while you have this opportunity?
I want to say hello to my mom.
Yeah, hi mom.
And my sister, because I know we brought them up a lot, and they are involved in the show too. My mom is the Wisteria, the Maleficent character, and my
Okay.
sister is her sidekick. So I always like to make the joke that I know 2 of my family members are trying to kill me. So
Oh, there you go. That's nice to
it
know.
We need to
with
get
one
a
eye
call for
open.
protective order. Oh goodness.
How about you, Danny? Anybody you want to say hi to?
I'm sure my grandma's probably watching this.
All right.
She likes
Hi,
anything that
Danny's
has to do with me, and and probably some family. I'm not sure who's actually watching this right now. I tried to share the link around as much as
All right,
possible,
good.
but
And how about Maya? Other
Yeah.
than Mom?
Mom, whoever else came from my Facebook page. Hi.
Perfect. Anything else you guys want to leave us with?
no, I hope you come and see the show. We all
Yeah.
have been working very hard on this,
Yes.
and I know we have all enjoyed it and have learned some new things. So please come out and see us.
And what time does it start so that people know?
It starts at 8 p.m.
Okay, so you want to get there at least by 7 to get a good spot and be all set up. And
Yeah, because spots are first come, first served.
that's
So
right.
there are no
reserved seating.
reserved
There's no
unless.
tickets or anything you can deal with.
Bring bug
Exactly.
spray.
Oh yeah.
Spray.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, bring
outdoor
bug spray.
theater.
Yes.
That was the one that, like I said, the first show, Music Man at the park, and I remember there were sections where we had to stand real still because as the stuff was going on behind, we were just like statues.
yeah.
And Greg Ladd was our director at that time, and he would yell at us if we moved, but the whole time we were just being bitten up by a bazillion mosquitoes, and it was the worst thing ever. So yeah, bring your little bug spray and everything. That's awesome.
I think they are spraying. I heard they spray before
Yeah,
in the
they
city, so I hope so.
I've never had an issue other than that one show that I remember.
Well, it was so funny because the other day when we were doing the rehearsal, it was totally bugless. The whole time I'm watching them, I'm running around. I go to give them their notes and I get pelted by like the biggest
Oh, yeah.
beetle ever.
Yeah.
And it was like right in the face. And I'm like, this is the worst. How did this happen?
Yeah, I
was
wasn't getting bitten
terrible.
up during that at all. And then as soon as we sat down for notes, I was like,
It was
And then all of us were covered in it. And then, yeah, the rest of the night, it was like the beetle
Yeah.
and then
Feel like you
mosquito.
stopped entertaining us.
Ah, it was ridiculous.
That's crazy. Well, you guys, thank you so much. We're so
you.
excited. We're so happy that you 3 could come out here and join us today, and that April was able to come and bring you guys. And we're really looking forward to it. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
it's an honor to be on this. So.
oh,
Well,
of
it's an
course.
honor to have you guys. Really, this is talent. We don't have very much talent on our show.
We have talent every single week. Just not this cute and this talented. And
Yeah, I
this
guess so.
good-looking.
Because
Thank you.
I'm just thinking of a time frame here. But one thing, my takeaway from this is that someone mentioned about the play about the karate nuns.
Yes.
I have
We
this
did.
song stuck. Everyone was kung fu fighting.
Yeah.
Those nuns were fast as lightning.
That's
I
pretty
know
good.
what's
I've
gonna
got
happen
that
too.
stuck
I'm
in
gonna
my
hear
head
that
now.
song the rest of the night.
Yeah. All right. So that's my takeaway.
No, you get to go to work. That's good. I'll ask
Yeah.
for freedom.
But they won't be there unless it rains. I don't know.
All right, now we're saying.
Yeah, I'm sad. Well,
Right,
thanks
come on,
again.
guacamole.
And for the friends of the kids on the show, please like our Facebook page because we do some theater stuff from time to time.
We
That-
do, and we'll-
That's some of the things that we're talking about doing, and some ideas we got is like the old time radio shows that we may be doing.
Yeah.
So
Ooh.
if any of you guys want to do that,
Yeah,
have
we're
you ever
thinking of
listened to old time
doing
radio?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
and so that's some of the things that we're
Well,
going to try to do.
he got to know more about that because I'm in Those Were the Days radio players, and that's what we do is reenactments of old time radio shows.
I want to
and
play a
stuff, and
gangster
So he gets to
on
listen
an
to
old
me
time
do it all
radio
the
show.
time.
I can do that.
Yeah,
I can
he's
so
dying
do
to
that.
play a gangster, so.
Yeah, we're going to put the screws to him.
No, no.
Yeah. All right, with that, I think we'll let you go. And I can't tell you, we appreciate you all. April, thanks for organizing this.
thank you.
And
Oh, absolutely. We're excited to be here.
yeah, and we'll get in contact about doing something for the program. And we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys have a great week and good luck with your audition.
Break a
And
leg.
break a
Yes.
leg. Break a
Thank
leg.
you.
And to all you listening out there, please like the Bill and Kelly show.
And please
Facebook
like this
page
show
and
that's
like
coming
this
up.
and
Come out
share
there
it.
and support these guys.
And again, before we go, the dates that this is going to be playing.
Next.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
All right.
That's the 26th,
27,
27th, 28th.
28.
And then the following Thursday, Friday, Saturday, which is August 2, 3, 4.
Perfect.
Great. And with that, we wish all of you out there a very safe week and weekend. And we hope to see you soon.
Yeah. Bye,
Goodbye.
everybody. Wave bye.
Bye.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.